and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. If you're new here, my name is Nicola. I make lifestyle videos and today I have a B&M haul for you. I have everything here in my big trusty bag. It's not the most adventurous of hauls, I say. It's a lot of essentials. There is a box of Bliss bars that have been destroyed by the dog. I found him this morning with them and I was like, no! Luckily he hasn't eaten any of the chocolate, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of essentials really. I just nipped to B&M yesterday and I thought, well, there's lots of things I need to get. And I thought actually I ended up buying enough to do a haul. So I'm showing you what I bought. The only downside is I didn't actually ask for a receipt. She offered me a receipt and I just said, no thank you, and walked off. And it wasn't until I sat down to film the video I was like, I needed a receipt because I need to know how much these things cost. So I will try and remember. But overall, it all cost me about £53. A lot of the things will have prices on, but if they haven't, I'm going to guesstimate, or we'll just have to move on from the price. But yeah, I spent £53. And yeah, I'll just get into it and show you what I bought. Right, to start with, I bought some more hangers. I like these velvety ones. I actually bought some of these from B&M, I think probably in my last haul, some black ones. They didn't have any black ones, so I got grey ones. These were £3.50 for 8. We had a perfect amount, and then the dog chewed 2 of them. They were left on the bed and the dog chewed them to bits. So I've had to buy some more. These ones are quite cool because they've got this little hook thing here, so if you had another, so you could hang 2. So some of my jumpsuits, for example, I use 2 hangers. So I put like the sleeves over one and then I fold the legs over another so that it doesn't drape to the bottom of the wardrobe. Does that make sense? Or a dress, for example, and then so you could put one hanger here for the legs. I think that's what it's for. Anyway, oh yeah, so you can hang multiple items. There you go, look, it shows you can hang multiple items, so it takes up less room. I've only got a small long wardrobe, my other one's only short, so I can't really do that, but anyway, they're good. £3.50 for 8 hangers. I also bought some kitchen roll because we'd run out. I usually get some. I've changed my shopping day, so I always used to do my food shop on a Saturday morning. I'd get up about 7:30 and by 8:30 I would go to Aldi, do my shopping at Aldi, then go to Tesco and then come home. And I decided that Saturday mornings generally are busy enough, and if we're doing anything else on a Saturday it takes up a good chunk of the morning, and I got a bit fed up with it and thought actually it'd be really nice to have a more relaxing Saturday morning where I could just lie in if I wanted to, or go for a longer dog walk. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it on a Friday evening, which is fine because I finish work early on a Friday. I take Phoebe, I go and collect Phoebe from school, I take her to dance, and so by about 4:15 I'm finished, and so on the way home I can go to Aldi, go to Tesco and come home. But by that point on a Friday I'm so tired that the last 2 weeks when I've done it, I've thought, oh sorry, I can't bother to go to Aldi, I'll just go and do it all in Tesco, which is fine, but then I forget things. The things that I normally get in Aldi, I then forget to get in Tesco. So multiple times I've got, for the last 2 times I've come home and I'm just be like, where are the eggs? Where's the kitchen roll? Where are my avocados? Like, oh, I forgot all of those things. So I've had to go out and buy more stuff. But yeah, so I got some kitchen roll because I'd forgotten the kitchen roll. But these are 3 and I don't know how much they were, but they say long lasting and absorbent, and I'm sure they weren't expensive. I saw these on the shelf and picked 2 up, 1 of each. I do quite often buy these in Tesco, and they used to have them in Aldi quite cheap, like £1 each. I don't think they are much more than that in B&M, but I always like to have pot noodles or cup noodles and things like this in the cupboard, just because it's quick. If I need a quick lunch because I've got multiple meetings and I've only got 10 minutes to have a quick lunch, or Phoebe wants a quick lunch. We're going to a dance festival at the weekend, and very rarely are you able to get food there other than like crisps and chocolate, so it's quite handy to take a pot noodle because they usually have a kettle or an urn where they can put water in. So these are always handy to have in the cupboard. So I got the soba noodles, I got the yakitori chicken and the teriyaki one. So those will definitely get eaten. I'm just going to sip my coffee before it goes cold because I've just got a Costa. I was just saying to Phoebe, I think myself very lucky because yesterday I went to Costa. I'm a bit addicted. Yesterday I went to Costa and I used a voucher that I had on the app for a free drink. Last night I met a friend in Starbucks and I got a hot chocolate and I had a reward voucher, so I got that for free. And then I just went to Costa, and the chap was in the middle of a conversation with a customer. I mean, he could have stopped talking, but he didn't. He carried and finished his conversation, and then he came to me. He was very apologetic. I'm so sorry, I've kept you waiting. And then he gave me a free coffee. So that was nice. So I've had 3 free drinks in the last 2 days. Right, let's get on with this haul. So I'm a new person to these Unstoppables, or whatever they're called. What are these? These aren't Unstoppables, are they? They're the same thing. Shake and sniff. Non-stop freshness. The Lenore scent boosters anyway. I'm new to this. I know like Mrs. Hinch uses them, and loads of people use them and rave about them, but I'm always like, oh yeah, that washing smells fine, it's all right. And then we had an issue with the washing machine a little while ago where I don't think it was washing stuff very well, and it was smelling a bit dodge, so I started using some of these, and now the washing machine's fixed, but I'm like, no, I want to keep using these because these smell incredible, but they're expensive. I bought the Unstoppables. I mean, it was a bigger thing, but it was like £5 in Tesco's. Anyway, this for £2.99. They smell incredible, so I bought some because I do think it's nice to add them to your washing. I don't use softener because I use like a 2-in-1, bold 2-in-1. I used to use softener as well, and then I learned that it wasn't very good for your clothes, so I stopped using the softener. But Andrew used to say when he used to go to work, like everyone used to comment on how nice his clothes smell. He said, oh my goodness, your clothes smell gorgeous. Because I used to use a lot of softener, and then I stopped doing it. He said I haven't had a comment about that since. So I've started using Unstoppables or whatever I can get to make the clothes smell a bit nicer. Right, what else did I get? I got some Kinder cards. These are just for snacks, Phoebe's lunches. She loves these. I think they were like £1.50 or something. But yeah, she loves those. I got some Bliss bars, which have been destroyed by Buddy. These are the caramel crisp, salted caramel ones. I just like to have lots of these in the cupboard. I think I mentioned this in my last haul, just for healthier snacks than eating crisps and rubbish. I got some olive oil. So this was, I think, £2.99 for this olive oil. It is the Borges, I'm not sure. It's that brand anyway. Classic olive oil. I was in Sainsbury's on Tuesday night. I don't shop in Sainsbury's very often, but this is becoming a long story video all about my shopping habits. But on when was it? Monday night, Phoebe had a short rehearsal, so I quickly nipped to Sainsbury's because Andrew had popped there the week before, and the yoghurt that we get in Tesco's, which is £3.50 a pot in Tesco's, is £1.75 on Nectar points thing. So I thought, I'll nip there because it's right next door. I'll nip there and buy some yoghurt. And then I thought, oh, we need some olive oil. So I went to look. It was like £7.50 for, I mean, it was a slightly larger bottle than this, but not much. £7.50, and a small bottle was like £4.50. So I thought, I'm going to leave that. I'll get it in Aldi. But anyway, then I saw this and it was £2.99. So I thought, well, I'll grab that while I'm in the shop. And it's glass, and I prefer to use a glass bottle than a plastic one. Again, Andrew asked me to get some healthy snacks, healthy-ish, but you know. So I got these Popworks crisps, or they're like, it's almost like popcorn, but like a Dorito. They're really nice. I like the sweet and salty ones, but I thought I'd try some different ones. So I got the sour cream and onion ones, and oh, I did get the sweet and salty ones. There we go, the sweet and salty. I think there's some more in here. Feel like, yes there is. Hold on. There we go. Sweet barbecue. So I thought those all sounded really nice, so we will munch on those. And then also Penn Steak pretzels, sour cream and chive ones, our favourites. Can't go wrong with a bag of those. They are not healthy snacks. I also bought some crumpet thins because, and I'll come to something else in a minute, but breakfasts, I always resort to the same thing for breakfast. Like when I was doing Weight Watchers, I used to have a bagel thin with poached eggs on top every day for my breakfast without fail, and it filled me up, but it was lovely. But now I walk the dogs every morning, I come back and I've literally got 10 minutes before I have to start work, so I resort to Marmite on toast for breakfast every day. Now don't get me wrong, it's not awful, Marmite on toast, you know, as in health wise, but I think eating that much bread every day isn't great because I tend to sometimes have bread then for lunch as well. So I really need to try and have different things. Now, this isn't necessarily a healthy option, but it is something different. And the thing is, I love Marmite. I love it. So I could have it on one of these, but also they're nice for the weekends, and Archie likes these too. So I got those. But there is something else I've got for breakfast, but I'll come to that in a minute. I picked up some of the Skinny Food Company maple syrup. I love this stuff on porridge. That's another thing that I could have more regularly for my breakfast. I love porridge with some raisins in and some pecans on top, and then a bit of this on. What else food wise? Is that it? Oh, picked up 2 bags of mini eggs. Those are for the children. Archie's already taken his bag. This one, it was for Phoebe, although I've just bought her caramel shortbread from Costa, so maybe Andrew could have those if he wants them. And then I also picked up the green body fuel drinks. You'll have seen I picked up a couple of them in my last haul for Andrew, but they had the packs of 4 and he loves these, so I picked up those for him. Right, more householdy sort of stuff. I got some oven pride. Our oven is an absolute disgrace. I mean, like, it's disgusting. I will not be cleaning it. I would pay someone to come and clean it. Andrew won't let me do that. It's no, we can't do that. I'll do it myself. So he will be doing it. So I bought him this and he can clean the oven. He makes a right old big deal of it, but it was always sparkling afterwards. So I shall hint to him probably at half term that maybe he could clean the oven for me. I also bought some of these sponge daddies. I love these actually. We used, I've still got the Christmassy one, this little Christmas tree one. So it's soft on one side and then a scour on the other. Really good for washing up. So this is a pack of 3 and they're obviously not Christmas themed, but I'll keep on using the Christmassy one until he's past his best. But this one is good for replacing that one. I got some bleach for the toilets because you have to bleach your toilets every now and then. I got some anti-bac floor wipes also for my toilets. If you've watched my food hauls before, I usually buy the floor wipes in Aldi, but revert back to the earlier story, I haven't been to Aldi for a couple of weeks, so I bought these ones in B&M. I use, floor wipes for the floors in the bathrooms sometimes if I'm not mopping them, if I just need a quick wipe over, but predominantly for the toilets. Because I don't like using a cloth in the toilet. Then I bought one of these, and I keep seeing adverts for these. I think, is it Sponge, S-P-O-N-J? I think is a brand that does these, but they didn't have those in B&M, so I got this one, which is a Scrub Daddy one, and it's called the Damp Duster. So it's this ribbed sponge which you just get damp and then you wipe your surfaces, like your windowsills, and then we've got lots of woodwork in the house which is permanently dusty and it drives me crazy, and I just really struggle to get it really clean. So I thought this would be really good. It said it traps and holds dust, and there is a lot. We live about 100 yards from a main road, so we do get a lot of dust coming in the house. So I'm hoping that will help with the dust. I think that was like $2.99, and I think these ones were probably about the same. Then these are for Phoebe, who is currently off school poorly because she's got a cold. Seriously, don't get me started on schools sending kids home with a cold. She's fine, she can go to school. Anyway, she's off with a cold. So I got her some Lockets for her throat. She has a singing competition this weekend. She needs to be able to sing. So I got her some Lockets and some ibuprofen. I need her to learn how to take tablets as well, because she only takes Calpol, and literally when you're 13 a bottle of Calpol lasts about 2 doses, so she needs to start being able to take tablets. Then last couple of things, I bought these. So again, referring back to the earlier conversation regarding breakfast, I love the idea of doing overnight oats. I see other people do overnight oats and I think, oh, that looks lovely, but I can never really be bothered to do it, and I also don't know how to do it. And then I saw these jars, so it's just a little jar. I'm a fan of jars, and it was just £1, as you can see. Is this going to focus? Probably, there we go. And then on it, it says, look, your oats, your yogurt and your fruit. So it tells you how much to put in, and then you put it in your fridge overnight, and in the morning I can just eat it. So I don't even have to prepare anything. I could do it the night before. I could do one for me and one for Andrew, and we can have our overnight oats. So I thought I'd give it a go. These may stay in the cupboard and never get used, but I'm going to try. I think I'll probably use it more in the summer. I quite like having a hot breakfast in the winter, especially when I've been out on a cold dog walk. But as the weather gets warmer, I think I may well use these and have nice yogurt and fruit in the mornings. It would be much healthier than my on toast. And then last but not least, I bought these leggings. They are thermal brushed leggings with super soft plush lining. So they're like the ones you get in Primark. So they actually say they're thermal. I don't know whether the ones you get in Primark are actually thermal, but they're pretty similar anyway. And Phoebe's got several of the Primark ones, and I've never really been that interested. And then I saw these and I thought, actually, like when I walk the dogs, I'm not a leggings wearer. I don't really wear leggings at all, except when I'm walking the dogs in the mornings, because, and the main reason is because they fit with my wellies. I have to wear my wellies when I'm walking the dogs because it's always muddy, and so I can just put my wellies straight on and I don't have to tuck trousers in. So I always wear leggings, and I've only got really one pair of black leggings that were gym wear. Well, I've couple of pairs, but they're not particularly warm, whereas these ones are thermal, so they should be lovely and warm. I wasn't sure on the sizing because it doesn't say. It says I got medium large. There was a large, extra large, and I was like, I don't know what that means. What is medium large? What is large, extra large? So I made a guess that this would be like a 14. So I'm hoping that these will fit. It says they're high-waisted, fit with comfort stretch fabric, cozy brushed lining for extra warmth, made with extra thick yarn to keep you warm. 1.8 TOG rating, and they were £7. So I'm looking forward to trying these and wearing them on the dog walk tomorrow morning and being nice and toasty for a change rather than flipping freezing. And that is everything I bought from B&M. So I hope you've enjoyed this haul. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. More than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention.